Wait, one. Okay, yeah, let's do this one. Prowess. We still have 3 mana. Oh, we could have gone with the +2 as well, where a creature gets +1 and first strike until the end of the turn. So we should technically be at 13 right now, but it literally doesn't even matter because we're dealing 15 damage. We have 2 floating mana left over. Opponent, you can block all you want, but there is an additional attack step after this. Perhaps 13 damage, and we just get to attack again. And I'm really grateful that you kept your ankle biter, or that you attacked with your ankle biter. So, guys, it's turn 2. The opponent has 2 lands, and he's at -8 life. Yikes. This deck might be a problem. Turn inside out for some big plus. And then we will attack in. We get 5 floating mana right now. So we can pass. Does the opponent choose to block? He doesn't. So let's go with Dreadmaw Ire. These guys get pumped up. The trample is actually quite nice. Trample. This one is just haste. Yeah, so let's save the trample for later. I think we get to pop a card off the top. Hits the Last Agni Kai. Let's absolutely go. So this creature is going to pop this creature. Not that you were blocking anyway, but we'll get a bunch of extra mana to work with. And this is actually 20 damage. I think a little bit more. This is 18 plus 2. These two both get prowess. So this is 22 damage. And guys, we have 7 floating mana left over. The opponent has just 2 lands and they played 1 creature. They're at -2, and we have 7 floating mana left over. We are losing this after the combat step, but I feel absolutely disgusting after this. Yikes. GG. Hey there, neighbor, and welcome to another MTG Arena Standard video. Today, we have a blazing fast deck. You get wins so quickly with it. I've played it 2 games already, and yeah, it's absolutely disgusting. The new creature we're looking at from the avatar set is the Firebending Student. For 2 mana, you get a human monk, 1 power, 2 toughness, with the prowess trigger that everybody absolutely loves. One tiny downside to this creature, and I think it's actually kind of good, is it doesn't have haste. If it had haste right away, it would be insanely busted. But it has the Firebending keyword where whenever this creature attacks, we add X mana, because this one has Firebending X, and then we add red mana where X is this creature's power. So of course with the prowess triggers, that is really, really nice, especially when you couple that with some pump spells. And then there are even a few spells that can give a creature haste. It's not that one. Yeah, so Felonious Rage, target for just 1 red mana. Target creature you control gains +2, and it gains haste until the end of the turn. So if turn 2, you go Firebending Student, and then turn 3, hopefully you have a few pump spells. Felonious Rage could be one of them, for instance. This can give your Firebending Student haste right away. Of course, when you cast this, you get the prowess trigger, so she goes to 2 power, 3 toughness, and then Felonious Rage, of course, adds 2 additional power to her right there as well. So yeah, you essentially get a +3 with this, which is really nice. And then if that's the only spell you cast, then when you go to attack steps, you will add 4 mana, because Firebending Student will be up to 4 power, and then when you attack, she'll Firebend X. X will be 4, so then you'll have 4 floating mana. So then you can cast a bunch of other spells that we have, like Turn Inside Out. Again, for 1 red mana, target creature gets +3/+0 until the end of the turn. Dreadmaw's Ire, for 1 red mana at instant speed until the end of the turn. Target attacking creature gets +2/+2. And then also Bulk Up for 2 mana at instant speed. Target, you double the power of a creature that you control, which is absolutely amazing. You can finish opponents off kind of out of nowhere with that. And it also has Flashback, which is really nice. And then one combo that I want to try and pull off as well is with the Last Agni Kai. This is also a new card from the new set for 2 mana. A target creature we control will fight a creature that the opponent controls, and that's a very, very important keyword, is they do fight each other. You don't do damage equal to your power. So if the opponent has a 3 power creature, then if your Firebending Student has 3 toughness, if you hit them with just 1 pump spell, for instance, like Wild Ride, and she goes up to 5 power, she'll still only be at 3 toughness then. You can lose her that way. But when you deal damage to a creature that the opponent controls, any excess damage that is dealt this way, you get to add that much extra red mana. And I thought that would be really funny, pairing that with Sazacap's Brew. We got a spicy brew for you guys. 2 red mana at instant speed. You can discard a card to draw 2 cards, which is really nice. But then you can also gift the opponent a tapped fish token, which is, it's really nice that it comes in tapped. And if you do, then a creature that we control gets +2/+0 until the end of the turn. So I think it would be really, really nice with Sazacap's Brew. For 2 mana, you gift the opponent a tapped 1/1 fish token, and then we can go with the Last Agni Kai. Of course, when we cast Sazacap's Brew, we get a prowess trigger, so we go up to 3 power, and then we'd be giving our creature +2/+2. No, sorry, she'd go up to 2 power, and then she'd get the +2/+2, so she would be at 4 power, and then we can cast the Last Agni Kai. That counts as another spell being cast, so we get another prowess trigger, so then our Firebending Student would be up to 5 power, and then we could make our Firebending Student fight the little fish token that they created, so we'd be dealing 4 extra damage to them, so we would get 4 floating mana, which we can then use to cast some other spells that I've already been over. So that's one of the combos that I want to try and pull off today as well. So I wanted to try and include some new cards from the new set as well. So these are the 2 new cards that we're going with. I guess we're also going with the Fire Nation Palace, this land. It enters tapped unless you control a basic, and since we're playing mono red, we're playing nothing but basics. And then for 2 mana, you can give a creature Firebending 4 until the end of the turn. So for 2 mana, you give a creature Firebending 4, so when it attacks, you get 4 mana. So you go up 2 mana. Of course, Firebending is only during the attack step, I believe, so you do have to use that mana during your attack step. So those are all the spells that we're going with. Oh, one last spell. I've seen some people try it out in their mono-red Firebending decks as well, is the Great Train Heist. For 1 mana, you can go on a spree. The first option there, for an additional 3 mana, so you need 4 mana total. Untap all creatures you control, and then if it's your combat phase, there is an additional combat phase after this as well. So this can be another way that you can maybe sneakily finish off an opponent. Maybe if they're at 18 life or something like that, maybe you're able to pump one of your creatures up to 9 power, and then we still have enough mana left over. Like I said, you do need 4 mana for that. It could be with the Sazacap's Brew combo and the Last Agni Kai. That nets us 4 additional mana as well with the Firebending Student, so then we could get 2 attack steps, which is really, really nice. But yeah, of course, it can't just be the Firebending Student. You do have to have a few other creatures in the deck as well, so we're going with the Hired Claw for 1 mana. This is just such a good 1-drop. You guys know this guy by now. Same with the Emberheart Challenger for 2 mana. You get the Mouse Warrior creature. You guys know this guy as well. He's all over standard. And then finally, for another 2 mana, we have the Slickshot Show-Off. I think you guys know this one as well. So these are the creatures we're going with. We can go ahead and put Firebending Student over there. And then, yeah, these are all the spells that we're going with. And, yeah, like I said, the 2 games I've played went really, really quickly. So, yeah, without further ado, let's just jump into some games and see if we can just smash some opponents. All right, guys, opponent gets to go first, but I will keep this hand. Maybe we'll try the Firebending Student on turn 3. Well, opponent's just ripping mulligan after mulligan, so not sure how many cards they're going to have left. Maybe we can afford to get the Firebending Student down. Card art looks really nice on this one. And yeah, I think along with the Badger Mold, this card might need to catch a ban as well because it's super, super OP. All right, opponent down to 4 cards in hand. They play land. Demir Gamer. Let's hope they don't have a ton of kill spells. We could plot the Slickshot Show-Off. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. We'll plot this bad boy, and then next turn we can go Firebending Student. Hit them with the Felonious Rage. Do they play a creature? Some more Surveil. Oh, Dustmourn's Claim. Oh. Well, we don't have really any expensive cards. They did take 2 damage for that, though, because we did draw Slickshot Show-Off. So let's go with Firebending Student. Slickshot Show-Off, and then we just have 1 mana left over. I guess we go with Felonious Rage. Get to pump them up. Oh, and then we'll be able to cast both of these thanks to our Firebending. So here comes Turn Inside Out for +3. And then another Felonious Rage for another +2, +3, +2. Ooh, opponent's down to... Oh, right on the dot. Let's absolutely go. Thanks to their Duskmourn claim. Ay. And guys, check this out. They had no creatures. We still had 2 mana left over. Yeah, I know they don't have a creature that we could fight, but imagine if this was just another pump spell. This was 18 damage out of nowhere. GG. All right, guys, we get to go first, and we do a Firebending Student with the Sazacap's Brew, so I can dig it. Let's see what the opponent's working with. Mono green. Oh, with the Ankle Biter. Oh, that actually really sucks. I mean, I guess the Dreadmaw Ire does give us Trample, but if he has a fight spell, which he doesn't, thankfully. Oh, and he chooses to tap that one? Let's absolutely go. Excuse me. Yeah, so I think we can do it like this. Sazacap's Brew will gift you a tapped fish. We'll go ahead and pump this one up. Guess we drop off 1 Felonious Rage because I think we can get a double combat step right now. Turn Inside Out gives us +3, so we'll have even more mana to work with. Prowess pops off, so we'll get 8 mana to work with right now. Here comes the Dreadmaw Ire, so we gain Trample, Prowess. I just want to double make sure that we get the... this is 3. Wait, 1. Okay, yeah, let's do this one. Prowess. We still have 3 mana. Oh, we could have gone with the +2 as well, where a creature gets +1 in first strike until the end of the turn. So we should technically be at 13 right now, but it literally doesn't even matter because we're dealing 15 damage. We have 2 floating mana left over. Opponent, you can block all you want, but there is an additional attack step after this. Perhaps 13 damage, and we just get to attack again. And I'm really grateful that you kept your Ankle Biter, or that you attacked with your Ankle Biter. So, guys, it's turn 2. The opponent has 2 lands, and he's at -8 life. Yikes. This deck might be a problem. All right, guys, opponent gets to go first, but, I mean, we do have 2 creatures. Turn 1, Hired Claw into a plotted Slickshot Show-Off against an Azorius Control Gamer. Ooh, might be a little bit rough, but I think we'll be able to pull through. Go ahead and smash this cabbage cart. My cabbages! All right, Slickshot Show-Off is definitely getting plotted. And then Hired Claw. Go ahead and blast them. Ooh, it is a synthesizer deck, so maybe not too many removal spells. Fire Nation Palace is also really nice. We will just attack in for right now and pump up our Hired Claw. And then next turn, I think we'll have 5 mana available. Target creature gains Firebending, instant, and sorcery. So yeah, I think we'll be able to get the opponent. And they went first. Yeah, because they could play a land right now. Yeah, so opponent went first. Opponent went first. Not really sure what they can do. I mean, another Simulacrum Synthesizer would be pretty good for them. They have a Plains. I guess United Battlefront. Yeah, Pinnacle Starcage just to remove 1 creature. That you absolutely love to see. It's some desperation from the opponent right there. That is some desperation. And that's all you can do. I mean, I guess you have 1 mana. There definitely is some more stuff you could do. There's the Firebending Student. You know what? Let's go with Firebending Student. Wild Ride will give her haste. Oh, I'm an idiot. I should have played the Slickshot Show-Off. Let's do that now before we forget. And then... Oh, I don't have oh, wait, we will have enough. Target attacking creature. Yeah, let's go with Felonious Rage. Both of these trigger. There should be an additional +2 on our Slickshot Show-Off. So let's go with the Last Agni Kai. This creature can fight this creature. Triggers, triggers, triggers. Bap, get that construct token out of here. And then we can go with Dreadmaw Ire. Pump them up. And then I think we still have enough for another Wild Ride. I guess not. 5 mana? Oh, it's sorcery speed only. All right, that's my bad. But, I mean, yeah, absolutely crushed the opponent right there. Even if their creature wasn't tapped, I mean, we were still making them fight with the Last Agni Kai, so he had no blockers. And again, our Slickshot Show-Off should have an additional +2 on him, because I should have played him first before I played the Felonious Rage or the Wild Ride. I forgot. I think I played Wild Ride first. And that is a spell that would also pump up the Slickshot Show-Off. So yeah, this is a turn 4, guys, and we went second. Insanely disgusting. Look at this, 19 damage right there. Wowzer, wowzer, wowzer. GG. All right, guys, we get to go first. A 1-lander is insanely risky, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Oh, and we even had Hired Claw. I didn't even notice that little boy right there. Got the cool art for him. Opponent on a Boros deck. They have a tap land on turn 1. Ooh, and we do hit the land drop. Let's absolutely go. I think we might be able to get the opponent next turn. Could go with Sazacap's Brew. Gift the opponent a tapped fish. Draw 2 cards. Yeah, let's do it. We'll give you a tapped fish. We're going to draw 2 cards. Drop that one off. We'll drop off Emberheart Challenger. Prowess. Do hit the land drop, which is nice. So we can go with Wild Ride, because that's only sorcery speed. Gain some more prowess right there. And then we attack in. We get +8. And then we can go with the Felonious Rage. Get +3 right there. Dreadmaw's Ire for another +3 right there. And then with all this extra floating mana, we can pump up the Hired Claw 3 more times. Wait. Why couldn't I pump him up? Oh, and only once each turn? Oh, no. Oh, well, I mean, we got it done. Look at that. Opponent has just 2 lands on the battlefield. Honestly, guys, I really don't play with mono red that often, so Hired Claw. I forgot that you can only activate that once each turn, because we still technically had 4 floating mana left over. I thought we could pump them up as much as we wanted to, but maybe I'm thinking of a different creature. Maybe it's the Bastionot Burnout, but I mean, how insane of a play was that? And yeah, the Sazacap's Brew was really, really nice. It would have been nice if we hit the Last Agni Kai, because then we could have blown up the fish token, would have gotten extra prowess trigger and extra just an extra prowess trigger, but we would have had even more mana to work with. But I mean, Wild Ride is only sorcery speed, so I don't think we would have been able to do too much more than this. But yeah, absolutely disgusting. GG. All right, guys, we get to go first. Firebending Student, Emberheart Challenger, and a bunch of pump spells. I can dig it. On some Boros colors. That's fine. Emberheart Challenger does have haste. Opponent goes with Voice of Victory. That's also fine. So yeah, here comes the Emberheart Challenger, and we will go with turn Inside Out for some big plus. And then we will attack in. We get 5 floating mana right now. So we can pass. Does the opponent choose to block? He doesn't. So let's go with Dreadmaw Ire. These guys get pumped up. The trample is actually quite nice. Trample. This one is just haste. Yeah, so let's save the trample for later. I think we get to pop a card off the top. It's the Last Agni Kai. Let's absolutely go. So this creature is going to pop this creature. Not that you were blocking anyway, but we'll get a bunch of extra mana to work with. And this is actually 20 damage. I think a little bit more. This is 18 plus 2. These two both get prowess. So this is 22 damage. And guys, we have 7 floating mana left over. The opponent has just 2 lands and they played 1 creature. They're at -2, and we have 7 floating mana left over. We are losing this after the combat step, but I feel absolutely disgusting after this. Yikes. GG. All right, guys, we get to go first. Hired Claw into maybe a plotted Slickshot, and we can keep bulk up. I can dig it. Opponent got the special cabbage pet. That's awesome. So for sure, we'll plot the Slickshot on the enchantment deck. You know what? As nice as plotting it would be, I still think we get rid of the optimistic scavenger. That is a pretty annoying creature. Especially if he has a sheltered by ghosts, then at least this turn he has no creature to attach it to. There is another one. And a seam rip. Emberheart Challenger is nice. I still think we'll plot the Slickshot, and next turn we can go with the Emberheart. 3 blind mice, interesting. Still no sheltered by ghosts. Last Agni Kai. Double the power. I think maybe we might be able to get the opponent. Oh, never mind. I thought I had 2 mana. All right, well, we will attack with both of these. Oh, I hope I just totally didn't throw the game. Get a token of the mouse. Probably us sheltered by ghosts. No, authority. Okay, we're not playing any more creatures. On a seam rip. Oh. Yeah, guys, I totally threw this game. Well, that absolutely sucks. That absolutely sucks. Well, let's go ahead and double our power. Prowess, we get a card off the top. Felonious Rage is actually really nice. And then Agni Kai for some more prowess. And then 6 is still enough to double our power, plus a prowess trigger. Let's absolutely go. I thought I threw that. I kind of did throw it, if we're being honest. But I mean, yeah, the deck just bailed us out again. So even when you don't play optimally, and I mean, opponent had so much removal, and yeah, we still got it done. GG. All right, guys, we get to go first again, which is really nice. Hired Claw into Firebending Student into the Last Agni Kai and Dreadmaw's Ire. Ooh, I can dig it. Green, no turn 1 play. Firebending Student. Did think about the Emberheart Challenger. But, I mean, if he plays the Badger Mole, probably we'll have to remove that creature. And I say probably, I mean most definitely we'll have to remove that creature. Ooh, Innkeeper's Talent with no creature to target. I think we go with Firebending Student then. Hacking creature. That's fine. We can go ahead and pump up the Hired Claw with our remaining mana. Excuse me. And I think we'll be able to get the opponent this turn. Hopefully we draw a land. Probably looking to play Ouroboros. Parasymbiosis. This guy's putting no creatures in front. All right, yeah, let's do it like this. Here's this combo coming through. We'll go with the Brew. We'll give the opponent a tapped fish. We will put +2 on this creature right here. We'll drop off the Emberheart Challenger because we don't need that creature anymore. Found the land drop, which is amazing, so we can go with the Fire Temple and then the Last Agni Kai. This creature will deal excess damage to that creature right there. So some more prowess triggers. That's 8, 9, 10. Oh, yeah, now we can attack. Firebending, firebending. Look at this. We have 12 extra mana to work with. We can pump this creature up. These two get prowess. So this is +4. 1 mana +4. And then we can spend 2 mana to pump this one up. And I think that's game with 2 extra damage to spare. Holy moly, that was disgusting. And even if he did play a creature instead of Terra Symbiosis, the Sazacap's Brew gives them a tapped fish token. So they would have a tapped fish token. We could have used the Last Agni Kai to remove a creature if they did play it. So we still would have gotten all this damage through, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, GG. GG, go next. All right, guys, opponent gets to go first, but we'll keep this hand. Got the Hired Claw into a plotted Slickshot, into the Emberheart Challenger, into a bunch of pump spells. I can dig it. So opponent's playing with a +1/+1 counter deck. Innkeeper's Talent. You know what? Let's just get the Emberheart Challenger down right now. Whenever you put a +1, remove, draw a card. Okay, that's not the best. Ooh, there's the Badger Mole Cub. We don't have a fight spell. So, counter right there. He probably pumps up the Innkeeper's Talent. So those have Ward now, which is fine. You still have 1 floating mana. You have the Paw Patch. I mean, I think you're going to have to block sooner rather than later. Could plot this one. Yeah, let's plot the Slickshot. And then let's go to attack steps. Blast the opponent right there. And we'll say next. Could go with all 3 of those next turn. I think we get the opponent next turn. I doubt he can deal 20 damage to us. And next turn, I think we have 12 damage coming through to the opponent. And this is with no new cards. So that is a little bit unfortunate. But yeah, he plays Ouroboros, gets some extra counters, yada, yada, yada. We know how it goes, but yeah, it's just not enough. And I mean, I'm not doing the math either. Maybe we don't have enough. That is a possibility. That is a possibility for sure. All those can resolve. Let's go ahead and pass the turn. And opponent is attacking with just 1. That's fine. And it's our turn. Another Slickshot is nice, but well, if we get these 2, we'd have 2 left over. I think we have enough that way then as well. I mean, Wild Ride is a nice +3. Hired Claws dealing 1 damage as well. We have to remember that. And then this is also a +3. So yeah, that's easy, 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 easy. Going second, and again, yeah, no. Unfortunately, no new cards, but I mean, Ouroboros jumps in front of the Hired Claw. Your Badger Mole jumps in front of the Emberheart Challenger. You lose your Mole, and I mean, that's 16 damage in the air, so GG. All right, guys, we get to go first. I guess we keep this hand. We have the Hired Claw into a plotted Slickshot Show-Off, into an Emberheart Challenger. To ping the opponent for 1 and punch in for 1 damage. Another Hired Claw is nice. We'll get this guy down. And then again, we can punch in. Both of these guys trigger, which is really nice. And then we will just pump this one up. No stick from the opponent, so at least no burn spell or bounce spell. Could be playing the Lesson deck. Ooh, I take that back. It's the Simulacrum Synthesizer. Well, they don't get to create the token right now. Can we just finish them off? Double Wild Ride is +6. Land is not necessarily what we need. Let's try it like this. Let's try it like this. We can go Wild Ride on the Emberheart Challenger. Turn Inside Out. Basically does the exact same thing, right? It's just a +3. So I think this is enough damage. This is more than enough damage. Easily way more than enough damage. Yikes. All right, guys, opponent gets to go first, but we can definitely keep this hand. Got the Firebending Student, got Hired Claw, and we also have the bulk up. Get nice and bulky. Playing against an Azorius gamer. Could be difficult if they have a bunch of counter spells, but this one does give us Trample. Did find another Firebending Student. I found a triple Firebending Student. That's pretty funny. If this one eats a counter spell, that's fine. But it doesn't. We can punch in with the Hired Claw. Don't have anything that gives haste. And let's see. No, opponent just keeps his mana open. So let's go with Emberheart Challenger. Drawing a few too many creatures. We need more of our pump spells. Opponent could have a Pinnacle Star Cage, I think it is, that will exile all of these. Could flash in a creature. It is Aang Swift Savior. I mean, we can take... Oh, we can't replay that one. Is he going to block? Opponent does block. Let's go ahead and hit them with the Dreadmaw Ire. I think we've already played a land for turn. Yeah, we have, which was unfortunate. Could have... No, can you replay the Hired Claw then right away? I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I guess we'll get another one out. I mean, yeah, I guess we get down a Hired Claw. He might have another Aang. I guess that would have been a reason to not play this card. But it is a No More Lies, so he just has 2 mana to work with. And opponent is down to 10. Bulk up would do almost nothing for us. Yeah, Day of Judgment. So we knew he had the board wipes. Felonious Rage gains +2 in haste. I think we got the opponent. Let's go. Yeah, so we can attack in, get 4 additional mana, and then hit them with the bulk up. That will double our power after we get the prowess trigger, and that is 10 damage on the dot. So GG. We got that done, I think, with just... Oh, we did it with 3 spells because the Dreadmaw's Ire came in clutch that one turn. But yeah, I guess drawing all those creatures did pay off in the end. Hey there, neighbor, and welcome to the post-game wrap. And I think we played 10 games for you guys, and those games went so incredibly fast. Oh, man. Wizards of the Coast, I don't think they know how to balance mono red, or they just want mono red to be insanely powerful. We saw from some of those games, I think we're able to finish the opponent off on turn 2 in a couple of those games, which was absolutely disgusting. You can get it done on turn 3. Did we get it done on turn 2? I can't remember now. We played quite a few games, and I'll be honest, you don't win all the games, of course, if the opponent is packing a bunch of removal and they just kill all your creatures. We don't really have any burn spells. These are all pump spells, so if the opponent is able to you know, say, hey, this creature dies to Doomblade, well, then yeah, you can't really progress the game that much. But if they don't really have any removal spells and they're kind of going with their own game plan, I mean, even if they do have a few blockers, we have a few ways of getting Trample with the Dreadmaw's Ire. Creature gains Trample. Is that the only one? I always get them mixed up because I don't really play mono red that often, if I'm being honest. So yeah, I think it is only Dreadmaw's Ire that gives Trample. But then the Slickshot Show-Off having flying, also another really nice way to just go over the top. And I think we saw every single card in the deck put in some work in all those games we played. We saw the Sazacap's Brew with the Last Agni Kai combo. We pulled that off, which I'm happy about. I don't know how often we use the Fire Nation Palace. Maybe there was 1 or 2 games where I could have maybe utilized it a bit better. But But yeah, this was just my take on the mono red deck. Wins, and it wins quickly with the Firebending Student. I really don't think I need to say much because yeah, we won so many games today and we won them so quickly. I do think you could probably improve this deck a little bit. I am wondering, maybe you would want 1 or 2 burn spells. Just like a burst lightning or maybe even a lightning strike just to deal 3 damage to a creature that's maybe standing in your way if you don't have any trample. Because then, yeah, 3 damage can maybe take out a pretty important creature or maybe their only creature that they have, and then you still get the prowess trigger. Of course, with lightning strike or burst lightning, you can deal damage up top to the opponent's life total. So yeah, even though the Sazacap's Brew and Last Agni Kai, that is a funny combo, I do think that you could maybe even look for some more 1-drops just to cast as many spells as you can. But yeah, this was my take on the mono red deck. The Firebending Student, absolutely disgusting. I wonder, you guys can let me know down in the comments if you think this creature will maybe have to be banned as well. Last week we looked at the Badgermole Cub, which was insanely disgusting as well. Oh man, this avatar set has some really powerful cards, which it is kind of fun to play with, of course. But if you want to go with a more fair game plan, maybe play Magic until turn 4, turn 5. I even think turn 4 is really quick for standard, but now we have some turn 2 if you're a little bit lucky, and turn 3 kind of reliably. That is absolutely disgusting. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you made it this far, please consider subscribing. It does help me out tremendously. Go ahead and leave a like, and any comments down below of any decks or any cards you'd like to see me play from the new set. But don't you guys worry, we'll be playing with every single card from the Avatar set. That's something that I'm working on. But yeah, I've been rambling long enough. You guys already know how I end all my videos. I love you guys. Peace out.